So last time I was a chicken, I guess.
Yeah. I'm still not convinced you're not.
I don't know if that. Well, that could be a chicken, I guess.
If you were the chicken, you wouldn't want us to know. So
that
you
is
could
very true.
steal all the corn. That is the ultimate plan.
Is there any corn?
There is.
There's some.
I haven't seen
Some
any corn.
It's because
you
they've
stole
already
it
hidden it
all.
away. I've eaten it.
Oh, the corn's gone.
I have
corn is
shuffled
gone.
all of the corn into our
Collective gullets.
into somewhere.
And don't look at the door. The door doesn't.
Don't look at the door.
Wait, is that what's behind the door?
No. But I like starting on Kyle being a chicken, so we can do that. So welcome to podcast 27. That technically means, well, we skipped one podcast, so we're a little over a year, but this does mean we've done 1 year worth of podcasts. So cheers to us, I guess, for actually keeping this up.
Is it something to celebrate?
Yeah, maybe. Actually, yes, I don't know. Kyle's dying already.
Yeah.
So, but yes.
His
So
warranty expired just now.
He's choked up. It's so emotional for him.
It's all the corn. It's trapped in his throat.
but thank you guys for that have stuck with us for a year. It's actually been a lot of fun. Hopefully for you, but especially for us. This is just normal stupid conversations, so it's always fun to be able to provide it and help or give a little bit of something else back for you guys too. So thank you very much. Otherwise, we can start from our left here. We got
John.
Hey, Kyle.
Andrew.
Isabella, I'm a worm relationship counselor.
What the heck does that even mean?
I help worms who are struggling with their relationships and bring them closer together.
All worms or just earthworms?
Night crawlers, earthworms,
Tapeworms?
sometimes.
That.
Yeah.
So if the tapeworm is in a relationship with a person?
That you have to speak to the butt and they can hear you and they can work things out.
What?
I think they're trying to work things out.
Yeah,
with a lot of pushing.
The human is trying to work things out.
What?
The tapeworm
Rude.
is not.
It's beneficial for both of them to get along.
How is it beneficial for the person?
I'm hired by the worms, okay? I work for my clients. And the tapeworm doesn't want to go, so I have
What
to
do
help
they pay
them.
you
That
in?
seems a little.
Dirt.
Yeah, that
And
seems a little
testes.
counterproductive to have the relationship counselor hired by one of the parties and not the other.
I get paid a lot, though. I'm very good at my
I
job.
suppose he does, yeah.
Hey,
Why
money
do you
pays
think-
for everything.
Why do you think there's so many worms? This guy.
So is it like W Harmony that they go to? Or?
Yeah, it's something like that. Where you just get worms and you put them in a really nice atmosphere. You put on some berry white and they do worm stuff. And then you like.
I don't
work
like
out.
that we're 2 minutes in and you're already bringing up tapeworms.
I almost died from choking to death.
Yeah, it's the
On a piece
worms.
of ice.
So is the solution ever just cut one of them in half? Then you get two of them.
That's that is an option. And there's been times where two halves don't get along with each other.
Well, then you get two clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fees go up.
Wait, do you double charge?
You have to.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If your client gets cut in half and starts like, you gotta make it work between them.
Squirming all over the
Yeah.
place.
Yes.
Well, anyways, let's not go farther into worm territory. But anyways, all of us bring a stupid question of some sort to ask. And so, John, what was your question?
Well, Kyle and I have been playing Cult of the Lamb recently, so it got
Yes.
me wondering about leading just people blindly. And if you were to rule a small nation, what form of government would you want? Would it be monarchy? Would it be theocracy? Would it be democracy?
Are you in charge or
You are in charge now.
No,
Like
definitely.
you are writing the Constitution. You are setting up how this country is going to run. What is your position going to be?
It's going to be a monarchy. I'm going to rule everything.
What about a kleptocracy?
What is a kleptocracy?
So you stole everything, so it's yours now?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
well, how do you
I
steal it?
mean, that's still monarchy.
I already stole it. I stole literally everything.
Yeah,
so
through the contract.
I was gonna say, like, you went into the office of the normal market, you just took the crown, took it, he's like, mine now. Like, damn it! And like, no take back.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
it's like, I own carbon. Everything's made of carbon. I own it.
I've already patented the use of carbon in every living being.
Yep.
I will use all the world's resources to build a bridge across the North Pole so that we could get to Santa Claus easier.
Wait, from where?
Every year.
Santa Claus has the most amazing manufacturing capabilities
It's
of any
true.
other nation in the world.
But
he's
we,
saying?
He literally makes something from nothing.
Yes.
From ice
He
and magic.
provides toys to all the children of the world and every type. That guy gives away cars. He's got manufacturing capabilities that could completely destroy other nations. So we build that bridge. I take my monarchy nation, and then we use that bridge to invade Santa Claus.
Well, I thought you were going to be about helping him through the supply chain issues that we're dealing with, but you're like, no, I want to rob him.
No, we're going to steal his factories and his workforce.
What's going to happen to Santa?
I mean, we're
figurehead,
going to
I
have to make we're going to have to make an example. Yeah.
Okay.
The Coca-Cola company might have some words with
We don't want the elves thinking there might be a chance of him returning. That's all I'm saying. We can't let them get out of line.
We could take him out and then just dress up as Santa and be like, ho, 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 it's me.
Yeah, they don't care.
Big old
They get paid in candy canes.
Yeah, they don't care.
Wait,
Don't they make the candy canes? They're making it's like basically they're being paid in script.
Doesn't everybody make their own wage and not only get a fraction of it?
Michael's gonna make the company store. It's gonna have a lot of different candy in it. More than there was before by at least 3%.
I feel like we deviated on this question to Santa.
No, they're going to get paid in candy canes and no dental.
so Michael, are you stealing Santa's identity?
I'm invading Santa.
You're invading him, but then you're pretending to be him for the elves.
Yeah, I mean, if it keeps the peace.
So basically,
You're invading to keep the peace.
Yes. If Santa ever rises against us, we're all doomed.
You walk up there and kill the first 1,000 of them, and you're like, see, all this violence wouldn't be a problem if I was in charge.
it sounds like you don't really need a bridge. All you need to do is kill Tim Allen.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, that would probably be. Yeah,
that would be step one, wouldn't it?
killing Tim Allen.
Yeah, you're a monarchy now. You can use assassinations.
If I have an entire nation, I don't need to do an assassination. I'm going to invade Tim Allen.
I want to see
I'm going to invade Tim Allen.
I want to see the movie where it's like some nation like that goes and they hire an assassin and it's Vin Diesel to go and kill Santa Claus.
Yes, Triple X.
Has he had his Christmas movie yet? All those action stars need their Christmas movie.
He never did.
I mean, Bruce Willis had his
Bruce Willis did.
twice.
He had his.
I don't know about twice.
No, the second one was in the airport.
Didn't
Well, was it? I don't think it was during Christmas though. Was it?
They were
Was
trying
it?
to get home for Christmas. It's Christmas, Kyle.
Wasn't it?
was it?
Vin Diesel never had a Christmas movie. Though.
Arnold Schwarzenegger had a Christmas movie, didn't he?
Jingle all the way.
All the way.
Okay. What was that, Kyle?
That was the Jamaican Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All the way.
I was the Arnold.
It's very Indian. Jingle all the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's go fish and eat hot dish. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
What was the question again? Okay, yeah.
Something about taking over your own country.
If you were going to rule a country, what form of government would you instill?
I feel like if you're going to be able to completely and utterly take it over in any way, it's already kind of implying one, because it'd be weird of like, all right, we're going to dismantle everything. And then we're going to make
you're
it
George Washington.
Yeah, he kind of did that.
Well,
Kind of.
no, he didn't.
He could have
A
been
lot
king.
of people did, and then he kind of...
He said no.
He could have been king if he had
Well,
wanted to.
yeah, I don't think that after all the fighting that they did, that all the people would just say, like, okay, yeah, we can do monarchy again.
That would be a fantastic
They just didn't
idea.
want to pay taxes.
Nobody
No,
wants to
they
pay
also
taxes.
didn't.
Yes.
They also didn't want the monarchy.
If the monarchy wasn't making them pay taxes, they would have been
They
thrilled.
didn't want to pay taxes to a nation that was nowhere near the land.
Yes.
I can understand that. But
Everybody in Guam. Just don't listen to that.
We don't need to start any wars, Michael.
it would just be
Please.
I didn't start any wars.
it'd just be weird if you go and like take over the a nation like that, like forcibly, and then you're like, in 4 years I shall leave. Like, no, it
You
depends.
don't want to be president.
The moment that I take over, can I immediately lose it?
Well, if
Kyle's making
all
a
over
mess.
the carpet.
No, it's on his legs.
His shirt, his pants.
no one's saying that there can't be an uprising, like your head could still be on a stake, in
Like
the
instantly.
Capitol. Instantly? No, nothing happens instantly.
Well, no, like, because what if I just say I'm in charge and then I just take all the money and leave?
Where are you going to take it?
Gotta take the
number
money
of-
and run.
Well, I mean, it would be a little bit issue if I take over Australia and then I take all the Australian dollars and I leave. It's a little hard to spend it.
Like, how you're just going to take all like the physical cash? Couldn't they just completely replace their currency?
But yeah, I'm gonna go into
make
the
your
vault,
currency
fill
vault.
my
You
pockets.
take the gold.
you should just
I
go
don't
to
think-
the.
okay, there you go.
anymore.
You should just go take a bunch of
there's
dollars,
gold.
like American dollars, and then they could just reprint
Yeah.
more. So
Yeah, all you have to do is tell them like print it and put it in my truck.
that's how it
You
works.
just back your F-150 up into
into the mint. Fill her up, boys. All right.
Where's this going? Don't worry about it. Like Steve, take it away.
We're gonna go pay off some debts, boys. And they're like, yeehaw.
Wait,
Anywhere you go with that much cash, every world nation will follow you. And
What, the presidential F-150 is gonna be followed?
I know I'm going to show it with Santa's army to invade him. That's
in the
really-
middle.
Oh, I see.
Oh, it depends.
Wait, is there an army now? I thought there was
Yeah, the Black Ops
yes.
Elf.
How do you know about my F-150?
conscript.
a slave army is very inefficient.
How do you know about my F-150?
Know when you've been sleeping. I know when you're awake. I know when you've been bad and good because I have Santa's powers now.
Wait,
No, you have his technology.
He's got an orb.
He's got
Yes.
technology. It's technology.
I will be
Contemplating.
contemplating Santa's orb.
I feel like Santa is Asgardian. He's just got like technology that is so far beyond
That's
our own.
what I
It's
figured,
just
yeah.
magic.
He's an alien.
Yeah, he's just an alien. That makes more sense. Actually, in some of the original Santa stories, it sounded like he was kind of like a creepy alien thing.
Well, finding the chopped
Some of
up
them are,
bodies
yeah.
in the pickle barrel of that butcher.
I mean, aren't the elves just malnourished Vulcans?
They're very logical.
They're a lot
Yeah.
shorter, actually.
Yeah, that's why they
20
got,
years.
When the Vulcans came to Earth and they found the Munchkins, and then they just fell in love, and then they just made snow elves.
Candy.
I don't like this
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, I don't. I don't
Albino
like that
munchkins?
Albino munchkins.
Yeah, they're not orange anymore.
Yeah.
either. Oh, what?
Ugh.
Wait, were they Oompa Loompas?
Oh, the Oompa Loompa. Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm
Oh.
thinking. Oompa Loompas.
No, a munchkin was.
Munchkin was
They're
in
not
any-
orange.
Wait, that was Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
the
that's Wizard of
Munchkin.
Oz.
You're thinking Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
Yes.
Oompa Loompas.
Oompa Loompas are orange, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could they make a show like that anymore with Munchkins and Oompa Loompas?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think so.
Well, you'd have munchkins, Oompa Loompas, elves.
Talking
and
about they're
dwarves.
making a sequel to Willow.
Well, that's a little different.
Yeah.
Then Munchkins?
No, because those felt like demeaning from the original. Like,
Oompa Loompas, maybe, not Munchkins. They were just a town of people.
Munchkins were a town.
Yeah.
Oompa Loompas were a civilization.
They were a civilization that was co-opted to work in a
Like
factory.
Aztecs or something.
though I will say,
Colonialism.
They're like they were like an old Mayan.
Yeah,
like,
we
cult.
found them in
It was
Oompa
very
Loompa
odd.
land.
Yeah, which is definitely not Mayan land.
I want to see like Michael when he brings his army to take over
Yeah.
Santa. That it just looks over the hill and it looks like those scenes from Lord of the Rings with the armies, and it's just Oompa Loompas,
Tiny little.
and you just
men.
hear in the distance Oompa Oompa. Oompa-dee. And like you see the flags just going up and down, and they have like the ladders are just to get up to the door. Like they can't even get over the
Yeah,
walls.
Up to the sill.
They're just climbing each other.
We've got another form of government for it.
Wait, what is it?
Oh no!
Was it from DayZ where there was that thing of like all the zombies like climbing on top
Yeah,
of each other
just-
over the
yeah.
wall?
Oh, you mean
Piling
World
into
War
the
Z?
World War
Yeah,
Z.
World War Z. Yeah, it'd be like that with Oompa Loompas.
Oh my god!
Be amazing.
Climbing over their dead brethren.
I would watch that.
That would be great. Actually, there has to be an edit somewhere where they've turned Oompa Loompas into those zombies. There
Or
has to
or
be.
Lord of the Rings. I think Lord of the Rings, all the orcs are all Oompa Loompas.
No, it's the other way around. Oompa Loompas are definitely the riders of Rohan.
Wait.
They're just tiny on the horses.
Well, they have like super physical strength, and they can just build scaffolding out.
It's
of each
true. It's true.
The Super Oompa Loompa?
Yeah, they just take
Other. That's just a normal.
They're just an
Oompa
Oompa
Loompa.
Loompa.
Soompa Loompa.
Super Loompa.
Oh no!
They just grab each other and throw them over the wall.
They make human ladders instead of raise. So in the second Lord of the Rings movie, when they were raising up those spiked ladders to the walls, instead they were rising up little rungs of Oompa Loompas all the way up to the walls, so they climb up on top of them.
That'd be pretty good.
Oh my god!
Okay, John, did we answer your question?
I don't think we did.
So I've got Santocracy.
Yes.
Got
Kleptocracy.
Kleptocracy. And
I would do a monocracy.
He's just gonna take the money and run.
Yeah, well, I'm probably just going to do that. I'm just going to take the money. I'm going to take the money, transfer it to offshore accounts.
Just like that Afghanistan guy.
Okay.
No
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, it was.
Because this happened a lot of
pallet
places.
of money. It just went away.
I don't know what happened to it.
Whoops.
Fit into the briefcase.
Just
left.
ignore this F-150.
But John, what would you do then?
I want to be God.
Wait, that's not a form of. Oh, well, I guess it is.
Well,
Yeah,
he was
it is,
talking
yeah.
about Cult of Lamb,
Yeah.
so
Well, essentially, I want to do one of those real-time strategy games, except I'm just going to sit somewhere offshore, just looking through security cameras and drones, and just talk to followers, and just, yes, you, go over there.
Oh,
you just want ancient Egypt, but with modern tech.
No, you want the Chinese.
Wait.
You want to be the Chinese government.
Yeah.
I want to
There you
see
go.
you in your own little Pope mobile with like little buttons on the outside.
Yes, with the
You'd be like-
speaker on
and
top.
you can just like encircle groups of people from through the glass.
Just use the lasso tool. Just
It'd be like
yes,
Pikmin.
yes.
Come, followers. We are going to ride. We are attempting to repel the riders of Rohan.
I want to cross this river, but there's a bridge over there. I want to cross it here. Build me a bridge.
Out of your bodies.
You have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I am hungry.
I have to get to McDonald's.
Someone get me a sandwich. If no one gets me a sandwich, your time is down to 5 minutes.
Oh no.
Bring me a sandwich, make me a sandwich, or be the sandwich.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Okay. Well, we spent a lot of time on that one. So
Apparently,
Kyle,
yes.
Kyle, what was your question?
Well, mine was very similar to John's final ending question. And it would be, if God had a food truck, what sort of food would it serve?
Oh. I feel like it wouldn't even be food. It would just be like enlightenment.
LSD.
LSD.
John's
That
right.
is in a way
It's
that's step
drugs.
2
It-
or
but-
step 1. I'm step 2.
It would be
like-
calorie-free drugs.
I mean, think about what God could get away with if he had his own food truck. You'd be like, "Sir, do you have like crack in your hot dogs?" Yes. Are you going to arrest God? Everybody, these guys are going to arrest God. Good luck.
This baby goes 48 miles an hour down the highway.
It's like, you know what? You're lizards for the next 45 minutes.
He's just serving up some salvation.
It would be funny if they just get up there and then they're just like, and so what is the food of heaven? And they're like, it's enchiladas. And like, just like, and like, and it would be the most amazing.
Oh no,
I didn't tip.
God doesn't do tipping. It's God.
No,
What is
yeah,
a
he's
food
got it.
truck? How do you not tip for a food truck?
That's an American mentality.
It's true, it is, yes.
That reminds me of from the Good Place. When it was what was the ice cream place they had there?
the frozen yogurt.
Yeah, it was frozen yogurt.
The
Where
name changed every episode.
Yeah.
No, I think it was every iteration it changed. But I love when they're like, so we put frozen yogurts in there because everybody thinks they want it, but then they actually get it and they're slightly disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, it's the perfect, most evil place to make frozen yogurt.
Like no ice cream.
Yeah,
Frozen
yeah,
yogurt.
Exactly.
The ice cream is superior, but you think you want it, and then you're just sad. That's what I'm thinking. Like, God, you're gonna go up to heaven, and it's gonna be like, oh, well, I guess this is okay. I had better.
I mean, like, my initial thought was like, just God was kind of bored and he just wanted to like go serve food out of a food truck in like Detroit or something. So he's just like, we're going to Detroit. We're gonna see what they what they want to eat. Yeah.
What's the food?
I want to see him be like, so God just gives you grapes. You're like, what? It's just grapes. He's like, I invented grapes. Like it.
He gives you a singular kiwi and you.
I literally made this apple pie from scratch. First step, create the universe.
I just imagine he's like, nothing I made, you just like, hold on. It just whirls together. It's like, I've created a new fruit. Its taste is outside of all human knowledge. He takes a bite. What do you think? It's like, I mean,
It tastes like bubble gum.
you know what?
This is the bubblegum fruit.
It's like, you know what? 45 minutes, lizard.
Why is this?
It's always lizards.
Why is his backfall always going to be turning people into lizards?
You really like, you
That
like
sounds
lizards.
like a witch.
It has,
Not a witch.
it has to be true because it happened to Zuckerberg.
It's true. Yes, it's true.
All right, so we've got drugs, we've got frozen yogurt,
Yeah.
we've got Detroit, and we've got lizards.
Wait, you're eating Detroit?
Well, they're not eating the lizards. I mean,
They're turning into
some
lizards.
birds came by, took one of the cops. Probably fine. Maybe.
That's all the it's just within the terms and conditions of the food truck.
Yeah, they're lizards. They'll grow back.
Yeah.
The whole
The whole lizard will
Yes.
grow back.
That's how lizards work.
Well, if there was
Yeah.
a food truck, would God be running it or just use some random, like, it'd be Scruffy?
same.
Oh, it would definitely be scruffy.
I'm a food truck.
No, it would
would be
either
good.
it would either be like a horrific blinding light, and you're just like you're just like have both hands up to your eyes, trying to you're getting sunburned. It's like, can I have the grilled cheese with ham steak in the middle? And God's just like, sure, I got you, bro. Snap, and then the blinding horrific light leaves. And then comes back with your grilled cheese and ham sandwich.
I'm just imagining now Scruffy is God, like, welcome to heaven. It's like, are you God? It's just like, what knowledge do you have for me, God? And it's like, don't work on Sundays.
I actually hope that's true.
That would be amazing.
If God was running the food truck,
Yeah.
would he be cooking? Would he be driving?
He do
Does he
everything.
have to cook? Because
No, he just is.
And
It
Jesus
is
would
a
just be
food
handing
truck.
stuff out,
Yeah.
because like
running the till?
God is the food truck.
if God made all the ingredients, why couldn't he? He could just make the pre-made thing because you could see the ingredients he made were the atoms of the item.
Yeah.
I made a burrito tree.
Yeah, no, that's
inside the truck. It's a really big truck. It doesn't look like it on the outside, but it's a really big truck.
Oh God, it's TARDIS.
God just starts playing jokes with you. He's like, I want a grilled cheese. So he's like, here's your grilled cheese. And you grab it and you explode. And if you're like, that was an antimatter cheese.
That was antimatter cheese. Gotcha.
God. What is the perfect cheese for grilled cheese sandwiches? Cottage cheese.
God, cheese.
Thank you, Lord.
Devil take me.
And then somebody's just like standing outside the food truck, like a golem, just going like, cottage cheese is not meant for grilled cheese.
Man was not meant to eat cottage cheese on a sandwich.
or blue cheese. I'd be like,
Never by
Blue
itself.
cheese.
it's
sandwich.
not even cheese.
Blue cheese sandwich.
Oh, God. No, God would make blue cheese and it would just be a Swiss that's actually blue.
Or God's
Wow.
confused. And you're just like, I want a grilled cheese and just ham. He's like, and you're like, God, that's not cheese. Oh.
I forgot. It's been a while.
I like the thought. I like the thought of 1 p.m. rolling around and God's kind of just tired of like he started work at like 11:30 and it's already like 1 p.m. Like he's tired.
God needs his nap.
He's fucking. He's cracking a beer open. He's just making food.
I
Doesn't
re-
matter what it is.
I retired in 6000 BC. What's this cheese thing? Well, you see, we take milk and then we let it rot. And then we melt it and we eat it. It's delicious.
It is delicious.
You let my food rot.
I gave you the land of milk and honey, and you let the milk rot, and you let yeast into the honey.
That's good stuff, though.
It's delicious.
I
tasty.
like me some yeast honey.
Oh yeah.
Rotten milk and yeasty honey.
All the best food is spoiled, and you guys get upset if there's even the littlest bit of mold on something. And just cut it off.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Yes,
For bread, that is no.
absolutely. If
That's
you're
not how mold
hungry and
works
that's
at
the only bread left,
That's not how mold works at
Then
all.
go and get more bread.
no, it's outside, and outside's hard.
Outside's not. Outside's hard.
Yeah, going
You've
outside
got
is
so
hard.
much
Oh my
experience
God.
with outside.
They have DoorDash now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get your soda wrong every time.
Yeah, they will. No, that's why you get it easy. You just say like number one.
Why are you getting soda?
Because if you say number one, it comes with a soda.
Then don't just say like 2 double cheeseburgers and a medium.
See, now
fry.
they've messed it up.
Yeah, that was a lot of words.
You've done too much.
Just
It
get,
required effort.
no, you just get Indian food. You just say Indian food, and then it'll show up and it'll be
Yes.
great. You
Yeah.
won't know what it
It's
is,
true. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
There are some places that like, yeah, like when the spice is, I think, the one thing that would be with Indian food. But an Indian restaurant, like I don't know sometimes what I'm eating, but it's good. Like I'll eat it. But there's also some that like after 2 bites, I'm dying. So
Yes, just order the Seth Rogen or Rogan Josh or
The Rogan Josh?
yeah, Rogan Josh is an Indian food. Seth Rogen is not an Indian food.
I believe you.
that's good. That's good. I mean, they could make them food, but no.
They could.
Okay. Oh, well, okay. I think that's your
Food truck.
God's
think
food
so,
truck.
yeah.
So, my question was, so I just, as far as I can tell, finished all the achievements in Vampire Survivors, and
So far.
but as far as I can tell, and at the end, you unlock a character that basically invalidates all other characters because they are so beyond powerful that it's literally just it's a walkthrough, but it's a way of like,
Is it the dog?
no, it's somebody else. But it makes it feel like at the end of the game because you feel, all this other time you're working up to something, and then basically they invalidate the need to play anybody else.
You win.
So it feels like the end of the game, and so that got me thinking about in what game would you want to see that kind of mechanic, to where suddenly you are so brokenly powerful that there is no purpose in playing it anymore. Like I was thinking like Frogger, where suddenly you're just like you just burst through all the trucks.
Just
The
destroying
truck
everything.
hits you and explode.
Yeah, it's just like
Alligators bite you and
where
Frog
it's
fractions.
yeah. Well, I didn't watch you guys play that one. But where where it feels like in doing so, it removes so much of the challenge that 5 minutes in, you're already bored of it.
The God character for
But it's
Cookie
fun
Monster.
for those 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think. Like if Mario had that, like there
Mario
was
just flew straight.
It's called the P-Wing.
yeah.
he literally just went like
Yeah.
Superman forward and just drove through everything into the castle, strangled the last Bowser, and just like threw him into the lava
last
pit,
Bowser.
and then
Yeah,
and then went to Peach, and then made lots of Mario
Barbies. Mario Barbies.
That's why they don't have
No,
kids yet.
he
They
had
just play
some
with Barbies.
cake.
But like
She made him a cake.
Yes.
like if Legend, like Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda, if you just like were able to just
Legend of Love.
you had a
Yeah.
flying horse that you could just run around one
Or
hit
a
everything.
motorcycle.
Yeah.
You just go up to Ganondorf and punch him in the face once, and he just falls over dead.
I think it requires like a lead up though, because you have to do a lot of work, and then you get to the thing, and it has to last a very
and then you
short
unlock
period.
the motorcycle.
Like actually, didn't Michael do that in real life with Divinity?
Box of Death Fog.
Yeah.
No, well, the box of death fog, but the one time I killed that guy so hard at the end of our game that we didn't even fight the final boss.
You want to? I think it's been out for a while, but without spoilers, can you tell the story of that one because it is funny?
It is the skip.
Yeah.
Yeah, John was there. He was playing the game with me.
Yeah.
No, we walked into like the second to last fight, and in the fight you do the fight, and then the guy goes, "Wah ha ha! You can't defeat me!" And then you go to a next stage.
Here's the big
And that
reveal.
stage is
Yep,
difficult.
It's
And it is
incredibly
really
difficult.
Yeah.
But I walked up to this guy, did my most powerful attack when he was already kind of low in health before the transition. And I hit him so hard, and when he got low enough in health, he started doing the monologue like, "Mwahaha, you can't defeat me." And then he went to the next sentence, and my character finished his attack, and all of a sudden, the dude just explodes. and we're like, and the game just kind of, like, we cleaned up the remaining enemies, and then the game moved on.
It skipped the entire second fight. So
Yes.
like, it's supposed to
You
be.
killed God. Time to figure out who's the best.
You'll never defeat.
That's exactly what happened.
It's supposed to be this like semi-difficult fight to move into the actual real fight, and you just literally murder the guy to a point the game went like, okay, let's just skip chapter 4 and go to chapter 5.
It was very much a D&D moment where, like, the dungeon master set up this giant elaborate fight. It's like, rolling to see if the guy trips. You rolled a 20.
Do it again.
Okay, well, he fell and cracked his head on the stairs. So, moving on, I guess.
Yeah, you rolled a 21 with that.
I
You
did.
I
actually
spent
broke the game.
14
Well,
hours.
John was
making
convinced
this.
I did break the game and that it
Yeah,
was going to, like, stall out.
The game's not moving. Oh, It's moving again. Oh, we're at the next fight.
Yeah, we skipped one. Yeah, something like that. Well, in that case, that was actually like fun.
Yeah, it
we
was.
weren't expecting it.
We're not. We were all kind of just kind of like frozen. But yeah, I just want to play Sim Ant, where you play the ant, but then when you go into the house and there's the dude walking around, you can just beat him up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like he's running around there, spraying the bug spray, stepping on you. You're just like, not today, and you just like snap his ankle.
Catch
Falls over. The ants
shoe.
swarm over his
Swarm.
falling over. Oh my god.
Sim Ant
Like,
Ultimate Edition.
play Beat Saber, where you just like wave your arms and it just hits every single one.
Yep.
Or,
That's how that works.
but I'm like Dark Souls. How fast would that game get boring if you just like could one shot everything?
One Punch Man,
Yeah.
Dark Souls.
One Punch Man, Dark Souls. Yeah, I just play for the story.
You just walk. Oh, dogs are attacking me. Smack.
Yeah.
I just pulled a gun.
Oh, look, there's the giant invisible lightning tiger. Not anymore.
I like the idea that there's some super vicious dog from hell, and then One Punch Man is like, I brought this puppy home.
That one mod from Dark Souls? That was one of my favorites, the Deja Vu one, where it was they put a car in Dark Souls that just drifted everywhere. And they played the Deja Vu song the whole time, so he's just like doing circles around the dog. Oh my god, that was an amazing one. I can't remember what that was called though. And every now and then they just like switch to some anime character, like just going, oh. But that was a good one. I'm trying to think of what other video games, like the classics.
I'm just thinking if you could play Deep Rock Galactic as Steve from Minecraft. So like, you'd be a driller, but you could also put down terrain,
Yeah.
and then you could actually craft. You
feel
could
like-
make dynamite,
I feel like Steve would get
and you-
murdered so quickly
He
in
probably
Deep Rock.
would, yeah.
but you'd have no item carry limit.
I don't know. I think
You just have a bucket full of lava in your pocket.
That would be pretty OP. The bucket of lava.
He doesn't
Because then
have a
there's no
lot of
lava in the
ranged
emerald.
attacks, but he just builds a house. No one could get in.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
The door is closed. I'm safe.
Yeah. Then an Enderman comes along, steals a
That's
piece of your
all.
house.
No, that's
all
different
over.
game. That's different game.
Oh, there's no Enderman in it.
No,
Okay.
there are no
I
Endermen.
understand.
Well, what if the dwarf was dropped into Minecraft? And he's like, I don't know how to.
Oh,
do
he would be
anything.
fucking a literal infinite plane of ores to mine.
Oh,
You'd be a
It's not-
happy
What is this
camper.
bedrock?
Happy camper. Yeah, exactly. What is this bedrock? And then he'd find his way through.
Yeah.
And
Fall
then
through
he
the
would die.
world.
Well, yeah, because then you reach the nothing.
My boots. My precious boots.
Yeah, I've done that. I've had a modded version where you could mine the bedrock, and yes, there is just a dark void.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Endless
it's
void.
just a hole.
Don't go in that hole.
Don't do it.
Nope.
Diamonds are at level 143 or some shit.
There are
Like,
no diamonds
what?
in Deep Rock Galactic.
No, they're not.
Oh, they
Yeah.
Not yet.
they kind of have. I think Deep Rock has diamonds. Any of those rare materials are just made up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like diamonds.
suppose.
They're
Hollow Might.
yeah.
Gold-
Not
gold's
Hollow
the
Mite.
only one.
Well, Hollow Mite, I guess, kind of, but like the
You mean the gold nugget?
Magnite.
Magnite. Yeah, all those ones. Those are the.
Yeah.
Bismore.
They're probably just
Orkite.
mixes of weird things, but. Okay, cool. Well, Michael, what was yours?
Well, you guys had such great questions. Mine's awful, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What's up with the parents from Charlie Brown, the adults? What's going on with those guys?
Oh, I think they're just incredibly negligent.
Well, no, they're like always off camera. You never see them. When they talk, it's just a sound of like a trumpet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's actually going on?
I think all of the children just have a hearing disorder.
Yeah.
And like they've kind of figured out like their own language using kind of hand gestures and facial tics, and the parents have never picked up on this.
So all
Wait,
like-
the parents who have deaf children have never picked up on this?
It's taking these kids a while to learn English.
In this
What's going on?
horrific post-apocalyptic cul-de-sac of Charlie Brown.
Wah, wah, wah. The parents are actually saying, "Charlie, can you hear my voice?" And the teacher's just, "Now, children, can you say anything in English? Can
Those like yours. Wah, 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 wah.
The kite-eating tree is actually just a radioactive monster actually eating kites.
yeah."
It would be interesting if they like have the entire show shown from the parents' perspective. It's just running them around, shaking their children as they're foaming at the mouth. Like, wake up, Charlie! Wake up!
You're not playing football. You haven't missed.
Maybe
you
that's-
haven't missed, son.
Maybe that's what happened. Is little Lucy or whatever just hit him really hard in the head, and all we're seeing is like the fever dream.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
It was a horrific concussion after all.
Linus is just trying to introduce him to Jesus just before the end.
Well, it's everybody's nightmare. I mean, he's a balding 8-year-old.
He's a perpetual 8-year-old for like
That's true.
70 years.
Well, yeah, but you can say that about Bart Simpson or any of those.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's all the cigarettes.
Yep.
Stunted his growth.
Whoa.
For Charlie?
Charlie Brown did cigarettes?
for all those children.
I would think Peppermint Patty would do cigarettes, not Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown's
No.
just square.
Who's the dirty one?
Pigpen.
Pigpen.
It's definitely Pigpen.
Pigpen did. Pigpen.
He's
does
always
meth.
smoking.
Pigpen does meth.
Does meth.
Yes.
They've all got their teeth.
Meth addict.
It's like Charlie Brown the later years. It's like
Oh, yeah.
showing where they're at in
yeah.
college.
It's like that. Oh, what was it? It was Arthur. It was Arthur all grown up or something like that, where they ended up being like the last like 3 episodes were like flash forwards to them being adults, and it's just like, man, like half these kids be like horrific drug addicts by the time they're 25.
Why was the characters from Arthur?
I just
Arthur was the second longest
yeah.
running animated series.
Well,
ever.
for
Yeah.
a lot of those shows, if you really look at everything that they did throughout the entire season, I mean, you think about Simpsons or everything, if they had to literally do all that, they're going to be going through some trauma.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they're definitely going to make up for that with
It's of rage.
medicine. But yeah,
all grown up Rugrats.
They did that.
Well, Rugrats, at least you could see the parents, because Arthur was, again, their parents were kind of out of shot, right?
No.
I
not
thought
really,
they were
no.
sort
No, they were.
of.
No, they were completely in.
Okay.
They didn't do the
Yeah,
Charlie Brown where
they
they
went
were.
to the teacher's wedding.
Well, see, at least with Arthur, the parents, I think, were capable. Rugrats was not.
No, they were all
Parents,
dysfunctional.
yeah,
Yeah,
parents were
yeah.
incapable, but there.
They definitely needed to
My
have the kids taken away.
Yes, I think I brought that up one time in an earlier super early podcast where they were just horrible parents. But my favorite character just was a nod to the adults. What was it? The baby professor or whatever. The Dr. Lipschitz.
Oh, the Dr. Lipton, who literally
His name was
the
Dr.
quack. Like
He
a
was
quack.
Dr. Lipschitz. Was his name?
I'm guessing it was Lipschitz.
Yeah,
Like the
Lipschitz.
Yeah, it was a Lipschitz.
But it was just a play on words where basically everything he said was absolute trash.
I feel like I remember a thing about the two people who originally came up with the Rugrats TV show. One of them was a woman who was like absolutely bad shit insane, like hippy dippy stuff. And then there was the other guy who ended up making the rest of the Rugrats TV show without her.
Reptar. Yay!
But she was like really big into like the Dr. Lipschitz thing, and then he wrote her into the story as the mom, who was kind of like just a little bit.
The mom was great. But like the dad, he was the best.
The dad was
what,
the best.
what are you doing?
yeah.
I'm making pudding. It's 3 a.m. Why are you doing that? I've lost control of my life.
When you're a kid, you're like, ha ha ha. And then as you get older, you're like, that is me. I make pudding at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
Not all the time.
Not all the time. Sometimes it's at 3 p.m.
It's a lot of work to make pudding at 3 a.m. Like you got to heat the water, and then you got to pour in the gelatin.
Well, I think that's why that was probably picked, because it's such a simple thing that takes a lot of work, and it's 3 a.m.
Yep.
yes.
If he was making cookies, I think that would actually not make.
Well, cookies.
It
It's
wouldn't
just
be as
put
funny.
tube on
No,
sheet.
pudding is funny.
Well,
No, if you're
you
making
might-
real cookies, you're making real.
You're,
No,
you're
yeah.
not making real cookies at 3 a.m.
Well,
Well,
why are you
you
doing
know-
anything at 3 a.m?
because you've lost control of your life.
That's true.
Yeah. He was trying to do something for himself for just a moment.
I've never seen. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen Rugrats.
It's actually pretty comical. It's the whole basis, at least for the original show, was just babies looking at adult things through the lens of a baby.
Just, oh no, he's going to get fired. And then, like, in the imagination, it's just a flamethrower coming out.
A flamethrower, yep.
Well, that was kind of like Kids Next Door, right? Kids Next
But,
Door.
well, I mean,
The way I saw Kids Next Door was that it's everything you see is their imagination, and it's none of it is actually real.
I never saw Kids Next Door as that though, because I always thought it was literal. Like they were literally doing those things.
No, it's everything because like they have the big tree house, and so like they have a big tree house, so you can say that they have an actual tree house, and that is their base, and that everything you're seeing is just their imagination taken into a physical form.
Well, that makes the ending really dark.
I mean, yeah, but
It makes
I
no
think
sense to me.
Kids Next Door, I think, is very specific in that it is actually like a fantasy realm where kids are actually like, doing these things.
But everything they have is just things that are just more normal, like jerry-rig, but actually work the way that they're pretending that it does. It's a laser gun, and it was just a bunch of mishmash things, and like, pew, pew, look, I shot a laser. But in there, it actually showed shooting a laser. I mean, that's the way I always interpret it. And to me, that worked, and that was actually a fun way to do it, because it was like a imagination come to life, and I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think like Kim Possible is always because it was always Kim Possible, and then Kids Next Door, and then Laszlo's
Camp Laszlo?
Camp Laszlo. Thank you.
Kim Possible makes no sense to me. Of like, we need a new secret agent. Who do we need? Like, well, this man is very qualified, like 40 years of experience in the field. Like, no, we need a 16-year-old woman from the high school.
She has a naked mole rat.
To fight this weirdly
friend.
blue man.
And they're like, and then as soon as they call her, she says, "What's the stitch?" And they just hang up and say, "No,
No.
no."
No, it's not what's the stitch. It's what's the
Sitch.
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 I don't
The
care.
situation. What's the sitch?
You think I care? It's freaking Kim Possible.
It's the 1990s. Nobody give a shit. It's crazy.
Stupid.
I've never seen the
Absolutely.
show, but I know that
I
there's
have.
a green girl.
Oh my God! What was that?
Chico.
What was that show
Do things.
where they were like on something Teen Island?
Total drama action.
Total drama.
I don't
action,
that
something
hurt
Teen
my
The
soul.
Survivor cartoon
Yes.
show.
Go back
And I remember
never seen
that TV show being horrible, but also very entertaining.
Yeah.
I've never even heard
No,
of it.
all
What
those.
was the question again?
I don't remember. But of
Something
all
about
the,
an old. Something about
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown.
What's
yeah,
up
that's
with
what
the
it was.
parents? What's up with the parents and Charlie Brown?
Well, my thought for Charlie
They're
Brown
crazy. They're an opium.
was just the fact that they were off screen because they were these horribly disfigured horn monsters.
Horn monster.
But yeah,
Okay.
but yeah,
that makes
no.
me really worried for those children.
No, you should be. But I was actually thinking more now about Camp Laszlo because he brought it up. And
I suppose a monkey.
my favorite part of that whole series was the end where you found out that the camp counselor was an escaped mental victim that tied up and put the original camp counselor in a closet. And here's a trivia fact: who was the original camp counselor?
Ben Stein.
It was Heifer from Rocko's Modern Life.
Oh.
I don't know that show either.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
It was the same
They remember
creator.
the same people, yeah.
It was the
But
same people.
Heifer was stuck on a asteroid.
So wait, in the last episode of Laszlo, they had Heifer in the
episode. Yeah, he appeared and he was very pissed off because he'd been in a closet tied up for like the entire run of the series.
It's like 4 seasons.
Yes.
That's wild.
why was he not
That's
dead?
why. That's like the that's like the
It's
angry.
cartoon.
That's like the peep. That's like Cat Dog finding the angry beaver's hideout. That's like insane. That's crazy.
I like
not.
Soul Kitty messaging in chat. Bring back Wishbone. Yes, I agree. And
Dogs
if-
and hats.
I don't. I guess
Wishbone.
anybody that's probably, I would say, younger than like maybe 25, maybe even older than that, probably does no idea what Wishbone is. But it was an amazing show. It was that
It's like
reading,
Ghost Rider, except good.
It was Ghost Rider, Reading Rainbow, and Wishbone. They were kind of all the reading focused shows that were just.
Yeah.
It was always pleasant because it's like, oh, look at the little doggy in the hat.
Yeah, if you have never heard of Wishbone,
It's a dog in a hat. Reading
it's
a book.
literally a dog in cosplay running around a retelling of a story, like Robin Hood,
Hunchback of Notre
Hunchback of
Dame.
Notre Dame, like all
Purloin's Letter.
It was adorable.
It is
Now, Puppy.
horrifically adorable.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I missed
Those
that.
were one of the ones I missed when I was a kid.
Yeah, that one was a good one.
Well, it was like 1996 or 98.
Yeah, it was
that
90s.
was PBS. wasn't
And there was no
It
like,
was PBS. Yeah, it was PBS.
and it
Too busy
wasn't
watching Ren and Stimpy.
and it wasn't like nowadays where they're like, now we could digitally make the dog talk. Like, no, he just no mouth moving.
Yeah, he was just a dog, and
Yeah.
they did a bunch of like really neat camera maneuvers. They had like physical props. It was always a fantastic, like just it was the kind of like just a really fun Sesame Street sort of thing that had a higher budget than Sesame Street.
I wouldn't even say they had an amazing budget, but it didn't matter because it was Puppy. So
Yes, yeah.
like they could have just had it where like all
But
the
the dog was always fantastically
Tailored.
in frame. Yes, tailored and in frame.
They just had a great costume budget for dogs.
Anyway, so we can move on from there. So that is the end of our normal questions. I have some audience questions to pull from. So either that is a Twitch sub or a patron.
No, middle section?
No, because usually time wise, we're always running over as it is. So we're already, I think 50 minutes in. No, 45. So yes, I'll bring it back at some point when I think we can get through a little quicker.
Right.
So anyway,
I tried to do it last time.
Yeah. John wants
his
But
trivia.
vamping took up too much time.
yes, it did.
Yeah.
but
Kyle, you missed all the vamping.
I did what?
No, we were vamping for so long last time.
Vamping?
Yeah, filling dead air. Yeah, we were filling a lot of dead air, just
Oh,
talking.
okay.
Talking.
Just talking and
I see
talking.
what John's trying to do.
Yeah,
yes.
we were filling dead. That's what we do here.
I understand that we do that a lot,
Whiz.
though. The Whiz.
I feel like John
was.
is like, if there's not going to be a middle section, damn it, I'm going to make a middle
Yeah,
section.
make a middle section.
Yeah.
Like literally just create
it.
one out of thin
Yeah,
air.
it's the vamping section.
I know.
It is a vamping section.
I know a way to fill time. We should just ask each other some stupid questions.
Oh, that's perfect.
Big brain
Yes.
ideas.
We do that all the time.
No,
in real
I
life.
can't
should
think of
make
it.
a
Let's
podcast.
Ask, let's
you know-
ask the audience for
Yeah,
some stupid questions.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know what? I have a few right here, and it's all going to come from me and not you. So, okay. Well, Jurassic, his first question goes direct to Kyle.
Uh-oh.
Says, what was the bear like?
What was the bear like?
So, the story from last
Oh, yeah.
podcast was that you weren't there because you died to a bear.
Yeah, you got eaten.
Oh, I died. Well, actually, a good story along with it is that so
He got pooped.
it's actually a long story. So I was
Seen The Revenant?
I was in animal training this last 2 weeks. I was a chicken for a little while, but I also was doing field ops, and we got brought in via Chinook onto a mountainside, which we got a pinnacle drop on, and then we walked 4 clicks out to a extract zone where the Chinooks would pick us back up, but we had to actually divert from where we were on the extract somewhere else because there was a black bear and her cub just hanging out on the road.
You didn't have guns.
We ended up having to fist fight the bear
Okay.
Oh, nice.
for our extract LZ. 3 men died, but extract LZs are very important. So we managed to secure it. The bear and her cub would run off into the woods, eat berries, and do bear shit. And we escaped successfully.
That's what
Hey,
they
boo
do.
boo, we're going to beat up in the military.
But yes, the bears were aggressive, very aggressive this last time.
That's good to know. So you got away. That's good.
Yeah.
I think we said that was in the Boundary Waters, but you know what? It's everywhere you go, there's bears.
No, it's the army has bears all over the place.
Yeah, what are they going to do? They can't have you doing live fire against your own people, and they can't send you in enemy territory. So they just send you bears.
Yep.
They just open up the big pit. They give you a knife.
The bear pit.
The bear pit. Yes, it's a well known thing in the military.
Military surplus bears.
Military.
Yeah, they're surplus bears.
This is a
You just go to Axeman and there's a bear sitting in the hallways. I was like, how much is he? It's like $35. I'll take him.
Do you ship? I've got someplace I want to send him.
all right. So I do for a second question here. We have from Soul Kitty that asks, based on last night. So we played the DRG mod that Michael put that had some ponies in the mod. He says, "What was your first impression of the pony mod?" I think that Michael should be the first one to answer that.
My first impression of the mod was, man, this is going to be a lot of work. How do I make how do I use Unreal Engine 4? That was my first impression.
Yeah.
So I think other people's first impressions might be more interesting than mine.
I knew a lot of the stuff that you were going to do. The one that actually surprised me the most was Spike.
Yes, I kept him secret very intentionally.
Spike popping up was fun as the loot bug. But all the rest I kind of expected, but they did work well.
My first impression was, that's not P.
But it was.
Oh,
The
yeah.
narrator,
So
but
his
it
mod added in like a Kieran for the beer robot, and there's a little like standee that's berry punch, and all the audio is derpy. And it's called Muffin Control instead of Mission Control. And Spike is the loot bug, and Mod drives the tank.
Yep. That was the best part. It was the
Rocks.
the stupid little rocks. Those are also rocks.
Ouch.
Those are rocks.
Those are more rocks.
Ouch.
Oh, those are rocks.
Those are fun.
But the fact that she doesn't explode out the top hatch in the multiplayer version is very upsetting.
One day.
Well, yeah, they got to
Yelling
fix
at
it.
Michael.
But I do remember when I was making that mod, I actually had her saying lots of different things when she took hits, and it didn't really work. And I'm like, how can I make this work? She was like, they're attacking me and stuff like that. It was like, no, this doesn't work. So I replaced each and every single audio line when she gets hit with just ouch, ouch,
Yep.
ouch. It works so much
That
better.
works better, yeah.
Well, I think it's funny. You didn't just go and replace the audio files. Then you're like, does this work?
Yeah,
You
no.
took that second step. But
Yeah.
just, I think that is one of the hardest ones because
Editing.
you put a lot of work into it, and then you're like, do I really want to go and redo this again?
My goal was to write the characters in such a way, especially Derpy, in which you really wouldn't have thought it was me doing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that was your voice.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah,
That
it was very
well,
impressive how
I
we were able
mean,
to throw
Especially
your
his
voice,
impressions on stream versus what he was able to do with some.
I thought
editing.
some of the lines were clever and well beyond my ability to do them.
I thought they were. Every single line that I heard last night was incredibly consistent and in line with the character that I would believe to be in the situation.
Yeah, apples.
It did feel
Like
pretty good.
there was no deviation, and I had zero doubt the entire time.
that
was
was
perfect.
Derpy.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Well, I wouldn't even say
as
about
far
that.
as I can tell.
It didn't feel like there was this thing of, well, he apparently did these ones first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it didn't
Yeah.
really have that feel, which is what I was expecting.
Well, I think the inflection. Well, it's very difficult with
Well,
something
that's
like a
15
yeah, it's
AI.
15 AI. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like when you're using a third party language software to interpret something into what you want to do, is very very hard. But you can definitely work it into what you wanted to do, and it was pretty close.
Like, not every line was perfect, but I spent probably most of the time typing out one line, listening to it, and then being like, okay, does that work? And then I would rewrite the line until it worked. And then I would hit the refresh button like 10 times until I got something that sounded fairly decent or good. At a certain point, you hit that button like 15 times, and you're like, okay, good enough, and then move on. But
that's why the way I always do it is I go until I find something okay, and then I'll save it, and then I'll just go a couple more, and then if I find something better, I'll just keep replacing it.
Yeah.
But if you never save something, you're never going to finish.
Or the other tactic is just use mod for everything because she just works.
Her voice actually does work really well in there because she
Rocks.
with every other character, like Pinky, you're going to have so much inflection that there's no way the AI can ever pick that up. Mod is usually so monotone that actually it is super easy for the AI to just replicate that.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree.
This is Jackass.
Yeah, I got to make another one of
yes.
those.
That was fucking awesome.
John's telling you he wants more of
that's
those.
great.
I did have I had a couple comments that didn't like the fact that I had her say holy shit.
I'll blame you too.
Really?
Yeah, like apparently there was some offense to that from the religious
They
side
need
of
to
things.
get over it.
Well, no, it makes sense, but at the same time, like, yeah, it's one of those that you can't please everybody. So
Well, you're trying to please
It was the
YouTube
religious
too,
crowd,
so-
wasn't
Terrifying.
no, pleasing YouTube
Holy
is impossible.
shit. That's a step too far.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
obviously.
I can understand that for some, but it's Jackass. I mean, that's in the name. You would think that would be a
She
problem.
said
too, but
poop.
Anyway, so we have another question here from Null and Void that asks, what is an acceptable thing that gets weird if you keep doing it? So what is something that is acceptable to society, but the more you do it, the weirder it gets?
You mean besides making pony videos?
That implies that it is an acceptable thing.
So
Yes.
I've got a great example. Just smacking your lips.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, no, the longer you do that, the more angry I get.
Coughing. If you do
There's an excuse.
Yawning. If you yawn 4 times in a row and I yawn after every single one, I'm going to hit you.
It can
No,
become,
that- you're
it
gonna
become a chain reaction.
you're gonna get angry. But to me, like if I cough once, it's fine. But if all of a sudden, like for the next minute, I just was coughing every couple seconds.
Yeah.
Eventually, especially post COVID or during COVID, somebody would start going.
No,
Yeah, somebody's
for
getting a
me,
little weird about it.
It's worse sneezing because you have that kind of expectation of saying bless you. Like the
Yep.
third bless you, I'm just going to stop.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't.
It's up to you at that point. You have to
So
bless
a-
yourself.
So Adam,
I do not say bless you for people anymore.
I say
because
Gesundheit.
I don't get it. Why is it like if somebody trips and falls,
I
you
was
say
actually-
Gesundheit?
No, I was
Well,
actually yelled at once because
What?
I said bless you and I was told that was a cough.
What?
well, isn't the whole
What
idea,
an ungrateful bastard or bitch.
Well, maybe you just wanted to bless them.
wasn't the whole idea behind saying bless you originally was like if you heard somebody sneeze, there's a possibility they were sick. And once upon a time,
you don't die.
If you were sick, it was pretty much
Yes, yeah.
you could be dead in a week.
That's
so
what
let's hope
Gesundheit
not.
means. It's good health.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's.
That's why I always say Gesundheit because it's meant to be nothing, but not something.
So what if they trip and fall and faint? Is good riddance? Like
What? No, that
maybe.
means they're probably dead. But
I
that's
feel
different.
like it's very specific range that we have this like expectation to say something on this very specific thing. And I used to have a coworker that they would always sneeze like 3 times, and so I was always in the thing of you would wait for the 3rd time. But I don't get it. Like I stopped saying it for most people just because I don't. It's just,
So if someone tripped and you visibly see them like skin their knees, so they're bleeding because of their fall, and you say,
Gesundheit.
yeah, and if you say Gesundheit or God bless you, is that weird?
okay.
Yes.
Well, okay. Wait. So if somebody trips and falls and you say
Good
like,
riddance.
if you said
Apparently.
I don't care what you say, but if they tripped and fall and they cut themselves, you should probably be instead saying, "Do you need assistance? Do you need help?"
Yes.
If you said "bless
want
you"
a
and then just
band-
kept walking,
Do you want a bandage? Or instead of
I broke my leg. Help!
No,
Help!
from this point forward, if anybody in this group sneezes, we should just be blunt and be like, "Don't die."
I've said stop that to people before.
stop that.
No, I just
stop
stop that.
sneezing.
Stop being sick, you sick
Yes.
freak.
Yes, go home.
I know, and okay, this is a weird off-topic thing, but the one thing, and I am adamant on, is cards, like birthday cards, anniversary cards, holiday cards, anything.
You don't buy them.
I do not buy them. They are the biggest waste of money.
Oh, yeah.
But what
I-
if they have ponies in them?
I don't like the fact that you spend $5 to buy a piece of paper that somebody else put a quote on, and then all you did was handwrite your name below it with nothing else in it and give it to them, and that is your birthday.
Well, the fact that
it's
it
good
is
for grandparents.
$5 is the big thing.
no,
The
I will buy.
exception I would make is for gift cards.
Yes. So
Yes.
what I
If it has
do
money in it, you're fine.
for Christmas, I usually give my nieces and nephews some money for Christmas, and I will buy specific, like the longer ones for money. There's nothing
with the
specific in
pocket.
it, and I'll put the name in it, but then it's because there's a pocket. It's a delivery device. But when somebody for like my birthday, and they give me a card that says "Happy Birthday," and it just says like "Love somebody," and that's it. That's it. It's like all you're doing is you're saying, "Hey, I spent $5 on this. Can you throw it away for me?" Because what I
No,
mean-
recycle it.
it's not exactly
That's
true.
not true.
No, what do you do with it otherwise?
Well,
Do you store it in a
back
box?
in the day before the internet, there was such a thing as giving well wishes via the mailbox.
It's a way of saying that they're thinking
But
about
that's-
you on your birthday.
That's the thing. But you know what? when it's an in-person thing,
Yeah.
they can say that to my face. I don't need a piece of paper to
So
interpret.
are cards okay through the mail?
No, if someone
It's
says
meant to be fun.
if
it's
someone says happy birthday, hands you a card, you open it up and it says happy birthday, and there's nothing else, that's just redundant.
Yeah, no, that's what I don't agree.
Yes,
if it's
that
being,
would be true, yes.
If you are mailing it because you're in another state and you can't physically see them or something, sure, that makes sense. But it's when you are physically meeting and that is the thing that they're doing. It just, I don't get
I think what they should adopt is the Christmas mentality of here's a sticker, to, from. Just put a sticker on every box saying to and from.
I like the idea now. When you're for your birthday, just to avoid redundancies, I'm gonna be like, "Happy birthday," and you're gonna open up the card and just gonna say, "You piece of shit."
So the cards that I have.
Happy birthday, you piece of garbage.
No, so what I do is that if I get a card and all it has on there is Happy Holidays, anything that's handwritten to where it's just the name and nothing more, I will keep it for like a week and then I throw it away. Because there's like, what do I do with it? There's nothing to keep.
A week is a long time to be.
I have had some cards where people make a large amount of writing.
Yeah.
And like
When you have a
coworker.
paragraph or so.
Yeah.
Like my
it-
grandparents, my grandmother does that, and I keep
My
everyone.
mom-
Yes,
Very
those are
yeah.
different. Then it is a personal thing, and I will keep them. But when it is just I just don't get it. Don't give me a card. Like every time I go to the birthday things with anybody, unless I am delivering something with it, I have never bought a card. Like any event, if I'm physically going there, I do not bring the card. I don't care if it's Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthdays, or anything, because you know what? I can go there and say Happy Mother's Day and give a hug.
Yep.
If you are giving a card to somebody who has specifically stated they like cards, do they like bows more? Because it's just a little bit of extra flair on the package, same as a card is, but a bow looks better.
Well, it depends on who does the bow. Like my mother used to actually work for a few years at a party place that did that stuff. So when it came to like presents, like she would have like the fancy like twirly things. Like I have no idea.
Fireworks would go off when you opened them.
Yeah, like she put some extra effort into making it just look really. It was at the point of like I don't want to open it. It's too pretty.
Right.
And then I try it and. My paper just says, "Please tear me open," because I'm already started. It's different. But
Yeah. I know some people almost compete around Christmas for how many cards they can get, and then they hang them up and show them off, and like, look at all these people who think about me.
And
Those
if you
are
have
Christmas cards. Those are the ones, like Argo said, that have,
different,
here's what we did over the past year. Jimmy just got his doctorate.
Well, I'm just
actually,
talking about hanging them up.
Jimmy
so
just
they
got
can
his
show
doctorate.
them.
No, like on my fridge right now.
Scientology.
I have some of the custom ones that have pictures of the family, throughout the year. The custom ones are different. It's the one that you went to the store and said, "Hey, that's a piece of paper I think they'd like," and that just bought it, put it in an envelope that they wrote their name on. I did that for a while, but then I was like, why am I doing this? Because you're spending
Really?
maybe like $40, $50 a year at the minimum on just pieces of paper that somebody throws away.
See, I went with emails. Every single aunt, uncle, or
Nobody looks at those.
grandparent, they got an email from me that had like 3 or 4 paragraphs detailing my life
They never,
to them.
they never opened them.
And
hate
well,
those.
I have no idea, but I sent them. So it was better than a letter or a fucking card, because I could write more in the email than a card.
It's I'm very
send a letter.
specific on
Write your grandparents.
I don't. I see them on a monthly basis at least.
But the
If not twice.
the handwritten letter
Anyway,
and the
that's-
personalized stationery.
I'm
No,
glad.
that's for old people. It's old. It's
If
over.
they are old people.
They're over. They're over.
It's for old people.
They're
guys.
literally over. I see my last surviving grandmother. I see her twice a month.
But
enough.
grandmama.
No. Negative.
More questions.
Yeah, I want to move on to the next
Okay.
question. I'm glad I got that out of the system, because that is an actual like pet peeve that is slowly growing on me over the next
Your
like.
pet peeve pile is getting so
Whenever I
high.
go to like birthday events and stuff, and then like everybody bring cards and I bring nothing, and I know that there's gonna be people
And
like,
then they
"Well,"
look at you.
and actually, okay,
And you look right
this
back.
is a side topic too. So I don't like the idea of like 14 events throughout the entire year that you have to give little things for. With all my nieces and nephews, I basically give nothing all year, and then on Christmas I give them like everything at once.
Right.
Because instead they're like, everybody's limit is like $20, and I give them 5 times that. because I just don't give anything the rest of the year. Because I don't know. Maybe I'm lazy and maybe I'm an asshole about it, but I just think it's stupid. And then I think it's easier to say, here's a big old pile of money and take it, please.
If they don't learn how to save,
Oh no, most of mine are
That's
pretty
their
good.
problem.
Yeah.
I
plus-
give you $100.
$20 isn't going to do much nowadays for especially since as they're getting older. But if you give
But if
them,
they have 3 uncles, they might be able to almost buy a video game.
but to me, like on Christmas, just getting a large amount that they can start getting, the $300 to $400 something because they have enough that came in. I'm helping out on that. So, anyways, yes. Next question here. Bus Filming Code going deep. Asks, what do you see yourself doing the next 10 years? I would say, like, what do you see yourself doing, or where do you see yourself being in 10 years?
Not
Is
China.
Married.
That is,
That's kind of a hope.
yeah, it's like, it's been 9 years. Well, guess I'm paying.
There are a couple of steps that I have to get through before I
right.
get there, but
I have my boss actually bringing this up a lot. Like every year, it's like, so where do you see yourself like wanting to go? What is your future for stuff? I'm like, I actually don't know. I feel like I'm doing so many lots of little things that I don't have any time to focus on the one thing to figure out where I want to go with it. It's like, what do you want to do for your career at the job here? I'm like, well, I'm kind of like what I'm doing.
the correct answer to that is, well, after you get promoted, I hope I'll get your job.
Actually, they're retiring is what they're going to do. And I do not want a management job.
No?
No, there's like 2 levels I can go above my current, and if I were to hit that point, I'd be fine. Management is where I like making things, and management is about telling other people to make things. I wouldn't like that.
I've been making things most of my life at this point, working with my hands. I'm ready to start telling somebody else to do it. I'm so tired.
yeah.
Well, the
That's
thing is,
fair.
But what if they do it wrong?
Well, then I can hit them with a ruler or something.
well, you
I don't
gotta
know.
for if I was my manager, it's like you got to go and tell these people what to do, but you need to kind of know everything that everybody's doing at once, and then every week you have to have like a half-hour one-on-one with everybody that's under you, and for him it's like a dozen people, and then you have to go and make sure their hours are verified and everything. Every month you have to go and do everybody's expense reports and everything. You're basically just doing the busy work that requires somebody that's a higher level.
That's why you get a secretary.
No, that sounds like you're wanting to be a manager but not do any of the work.
I want to make the important decisions. I don't want to have to do the
It feels like you're the American Psycho guy.
Yes.
Yep.
Where
I want that.
It's like you go and your secretary does everything, and you sit in your office and watch TV.
B square.
I'm gonna watch out if you know what. Now that I think about it, we got you this.
Anytime Michael puts on a poncho, you should
Yes.
just run.
Oh yeah. Well,
Especially if he starts playing Huey Lewis.
Huey Lewis and the news.
you saw this American Psycho, and you're like, man, that was a great movie.
It was a good movie.
That was a great movie, but like, why is it? And then Michael's just like, because he killed all those people.
No, I didn't say it was good. It was a good movie. Not because he killed all those
I
people,
was
but
You're
you're
thinking it though.
I was conflicted that entire movie.
conflicted.
Yeah, thinking, yeah, I could do that. I don't like this.
Oh, no.
Some sort of top level
I didn't
managerial
love Huey
VP
Lewis.
murder.
No, I could totally see myself just getting some guy drunk and then playing some music while I butcher his corpse.
Yeah. No,
right.
you do like
You do what
great,
you do.
John.
That's why I have this mustache to keep me in check.
Yeah. The mustache is all that's holding him back.
It ties me to reality.
The mustache keeps him from doing the horrible things.
Well, we can do one more question here, and maybe that's related to the mustachio's sealed power. So there was a couple others from some people. I want to jump to
Oh,
somebody
you skipped an important one, though.
yeah, we did. We're going to important people.
Wait, no, you skipped a very important
No,
question.
because we only have time for one more question, Michael, and
what-
you're not allowed to ask questions. You already asked the
Is that a
question.
Michael
No, it's a very important
He
question.
put a question about socks, and we're not going to.
No, it's about.
I see a teary-eyed.
We've skipped that one. So
Horse
what's the
on
question?
that
Yeah, we're going to skip Michael's question.
Darn it.
But his question did end with, I love you guys, by the way. And
Yeah.
he was speaking about me, so that's fine.
No,
Wait, he wasn't speaking to himself?
Maybe.
I don't think that was me. I think that was a perfectly legitimate person who just had a very similar icon to
Nifty.
myself.
So anyways, Silver asked the question, if you became a superhero tomorrow, what would your powers be? What would your superhero name be? And what job would you switch to take advantage of?
Have you ever seen The Boys?
I love The Boys.
Yes.
Have you seen season 4? Like all the new stuff?
No, season 1 only.
It gets good. I mean, well, it was good, but it gets good, and it's really good. I love The Boys so much. But yes, so.
I've seen a lot of the comics. If that makes any difference.
Oh well, yeah, but it's good. I heard The Boys was like, oh, it's just like bloody Marvel, and I'm like, I don't know about that, but it was like, oh, this is what I've always complained about. This is what superheroes actually would be like.
Yeah.
No, it is. I'm sad that it's season 4 is.
I think you would like Invincible for like.
No, I've already watched it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Okay. You said The Boys. Then what in relation to The Boys?
If I was a superhero, I'd definitely be like a megalomaniacal, horrific monster. Just because that
Hero
would
cut.
that
Hero.
that is the only place you would fall into. Like there'd be nowhere else to go. It'd be just like you have superpowers. Okay, well you're like the top
Like what super?
0.000000000.
Well,
You're 1% of the population of the entire world. So
Kyle, you just said like what your superpower is that you have superpowers.
Yes.
What is your superpower?
I'd be a
The superpower
superhero
is,
and I'd be a
obviously
psychopath.
teleportation and transmogrification.
That's
amazing.
two things.
That's too. She did say superpower or powers.
When you say transmogrification, are
Anything
you turning things into cheese? What are you doing?
No, I'm turning atoms into things that are not the other atoms.
So he just wants to make a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Wait,
What?
That's
No.
that's the ultimate
So
goal.
your,
Of this.
your
Well, I
superpowers,
was-
your superpowers are you can go anywhere and you can make anything.
Yes.
So
Okay.
you want to be God. So
Yeah,
you're
we're
gonna
going back to
drive you're gonna
Yes.
drive a food truck around.
Yeah.
Kyle, just
And feed people really shitty grilled ham and cheese.
and your name is God.
Yes.
Kyle, please use your powers to make magical horses. That's all I ask.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
I can do
good,
that. I can literally change molecules to equal the things that I want. So
I want all of them.
okay.
If I had to have superpowers, like it's one of those like childhood dreams things. Is I would want to fly
Okay.
because flying is cool. And this may sound really stupid, but I would want to deliver packages. Now I know you're going to be like, oh, but no.
She has those powers. Yes.
But I would want to do that because more than likely you could deliver any individual package or anything faster than anybody else could. But it's just being able to just drop it on somebody's door and like there's something about like say you ordered a package and it came delivered.
Oh no. Huh. I'm imagining like I can deliver packages at super speeds all over the world. Here's that hamster you ordered. It's just liquid inside the cage.
Well, I
It's a little bit of
No,
The hamster could not take those G's.
the
not.
hamster jelly. He took 9.8 G's.
this is why we offer the extra insurance.
He's in a little plastic box, so you know you got all of them.
What's in this container? Is this jam?
Oh, I
Hamster
know.
jam.
No, I like the idea.
Technically a chutney.
Oh no, he came in a jar. No, I like the idea though of anytime you order a package and it's delivered, there's just always like, ooh, like the package came.
Sure.
And so being able to you're taking advantage and doing something you would like doing, and then also making somebody else's day while doing it. It sounds really simple, but also you could probably charge a premium for it.
Oh yeah.
And it's at that point, it's not about making money. You would be doing something you enjoy and making other people smile and have a good day too. So it's kind of a double-edged sword of positiveness.
Well,
Except for small animals.
Well, I'd also
Except for hamsters.
no hamsters or grandmas.
I wouldn't work for the
first one.
USPS because they do allow shipping of animals.
Well, I'd also kind of like to do deliveries, but I'd take the lazy method and just like do the portal gun, except opening portals.
Wait, but the portal gun, you have to shoot both locations.
Yeah, but my superpower would be I could just open portals wherever I wanted. So like I wouldn't have to go to the ISS. I'd just say, yeah, here's cheap space travel.
Okay, what
Oh
if
my
you're-
God! Could you imagine?
He wants a better version of
Yeah,
your
what if
power.
It would be inside.
Well,
You have to pressurize the same vacuum that the ISS has.
It would be a little bit of a breeze going into the ISS.
Oh no, there wouldn't. It'd be explosive.
Yeah, the atmosphere of planet Earth would just start rushing into the ISS.
the pressure difference.
Boom.
Because I would actually use that. Because like I'd open a portal to the bottom of the ocean and just like pressure cut just through solid blocks of granite, just with the pressure of the bottom of the
Wait,
ocean.
can you
just-
change
They
the
do
size?
that already. It's called water cutting.
Yeah.
I know,
Yes,
for free.
I would have free water
Without
cutting.
without having to use salt water in freshwater land.
Wait, John, you're doing this for free?
Yeah.
Oh, free? Wait a
It's
minute.
powered
No,
by the souls.
it's free for me. If people don't want me to cut their car in half,
So you're saying you can change the size of the portal?
yeah, I can make one big enough that you can just walk through. I can make one that's so small that it's shooting something narrow enough to cut a car in half.
So how big can you make it? It's like suddenly the Earth's in like Andromeda.
Yeah, I can move the moon.
The moon's
Yeah,
down
we
there.
don't need this moon anymore.
Oh no! Oh, that would be rough.
No moon?
Like John's you can just see a portal open in the side of the moon as it's moving, and you're like, yeah, $1 million. Or I'm gonna leave it there.
$1 million.
The U.S. government seems pretty steep to me. I don't know.
Pretty nice moon you got there. Shame if something were to happen to it.
I always have
Wise
a,
of the sun.
I always have a problem with like the thing of like a person that can just be like shoo, and make a portal, because it's like, in what reference frame did that portal suddenly come into an existence? Because apparently it is slicing into our dimension, but we are on a moving rock that is spinning on its top around a star, through a solar system, through the universe.
Yeah.
But somehow
I
or another,
picked
it's
the
anchored to the center of our planet.
I pick where it shows up and what its reference frame is. So, like, if I'm picking the ISS, the reference frame is the space station around it.
You know what? You know what would be actually pretty fun though is like you work at like Kohl's, and then when that Karen comes in,
Oh my God. Does Kmart still exist?
No,
Yes,
I would just
in a
pick
few
the
places.
reference frame. Yeah, it's just going to be not the Earth, just the universe. So I've got this big portal that's just going to...
okay, so as far as I can
So a
tell,
black hole.
is I wanted.
No, I've got razor blades. I've got super speed, or super high pressure water jets, and I can send people into outer space just by dropping them through a hole.
Okay, so what I've gotten here is
Okay.
that we have God air zoomies. Then
All right. You guys have all been thinking too small, because I got a superpower that will let me take over the whole
Rival
world.
God.
Wait,
Absolutely.
free flamingo steak?
No, but that does sound tasty.
That sounds fantastic.
Well, that's your power.
I want the superpower to blame any of my farts on someone else of my choosing at any time.
Is it going to be a dog?
No, see, I will walk into world events, the UN, and just be like, we've come together today to bring the... Oh,
The Pope.
it was him. It's like, it was. He's like,
Vladimir-
whoa, it's so bad.
Vladimir
but
Putin.
I'm here to solve all of world problems.
wait, was Putin?
Yes, he was.
Wait, okay,
so,
Michael,
like-
I need to ask this question though.
No, I will be able
So,
to replace
wait.
them, because everybody else will be embarrassed by their farts.
So you,
didn't even do-
I think sure, you have magic farts,
Yeah.
and apparently
One of-
these magic farts gave you authority to walk into the UN.
Well, look, I walk up to the UN, and then I just start like shitting my pants, and then I blame
Wait,
it.
is that farts?
Yeah, well, it's a lot of farts.
It's a
and I
logarithmic
just
channel.
blame the
to-
sounds.
There's a
and-
line between fart, shart, and shit.
Yeah, well,
There is, yes.
There are two lines.
There's the sounds and the smell, and I'm looking at the security guard. I'm like,
solids.
oh, this guy, he's clearly dying. He's just like, I'm not me, but everybody believes me because that's my superpower. So like, this guy needs to go to the hospital. Like, they're just my
I
normal
don't
farts.
think they're gonna drop security.
Yeah.
at the
Well, they're going to
UN.
bring in somebody else. But then that guy will have explosive farts too, as far as everybody else is aware. And they'll think a pandemic is like being cast on everybody. People will be rushing out.
Yeah, so
like,
they'll evacuate the
so-
building and not hold a session.
Is
Yeah,
your
I
power
can-
also you have explosive farts?
No, I just eat a lot of beans.
Shorts.
Those are my
you
normal
did
farts.
before.
Yeah, and some days are really, really off.
So you've got deniability and intensive colon control.
Yeah, I just eat a lot of beans and cabbage, and I just walk up to world leader events
And
and,
you can
cause a
strategically
ruckus.
hold
This
it
is,
in.
this is the G6 summit. We're gonna have a lot of
Wait.
carbon
like-
carbonized gases happening.
I don't even have to be there. I could just like rip a fart in a mall and blame it on a guy who isn't even there, and the world will believe me. And they'll be like, George Bush blew up the Mall of America today with his rancid ass farts when he wasn't even there.
He was in China.
He was. That's how bad they were.
Well, Silver asks, "What are you farting? Mustard gas?"
Yeah.
With the right combination of kimchi and sauerkraut.
and mustard. There
And
needs to be
mustard,
in
yes.
there. Other like Soul Kitty's superpower to fart in your car to fill the gas tank.
Ooh.
It'd be like because you never have to worry about taxes. It actually would be a legitimately good, a decent amount of money. Working as an Uber.
Yeah. It feels like a lot of pressure, though. It's like, I got to get to work.
No, you relieve the pressure.
We just got to, you got to go your way to work.
I do like the idea of an Uber driving around is like, oh, we're getting a little low.
I like the idea of it being a plane. Like, everybody keep farting or we'll fall out of the sky.
No, it's one guy.
Only
Just
one.
one guy.
Yes.
Ooh.
Well, that's the co-pilot. You're the co-pilot, and you just sitting there and
Do we have we're running out of fuel. Do we have a bean chef?
Wait.
We need beans.
I'm gonna.
Everybody get on your seats again.
I feel
Buckle in.
I feel like it might be a little dangerous if your farts are jet fuel.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that might be like, hey, wait, we might not want to have a gas oven.
The entire plane just burst.
No, like you're at home.
It's little Timmy's 5th birthday. Light the candles. Wait, did Uncle Jim get invited? Jim, no.
No more.
The whole house goes up.
No more campfires.
And as he slowly walks out of the fire, and he's like, going to be relocated.
It's like that one house that there was a house back in my hometown where they did a firefighters test at where they were we're going to fill it full of propane to see what happens when a house with a minor amount of propane, how will the house burn down because they were destroying it, or it was slated for demolition so that it would be built into a new thing. They're like, oh, it's a training ground. They filled that house with so much fucking propane that the explosion I heard from my house 14 miles away and debris landed 16 kilometers away from it. It was awful. And at the end of it, the fire department was like, "Oh, our bad. We filled it with too much propane." And then the city government was like, "You can't do that anymore. We're not doing this anymore."
I was actually watching a video where they were talking about a city that there was going to be demolished because it was going to be a flood zone, and they had to a dam or something, and so they bought out the whole town. But then they're like, "Well, we have all these buildings." They're like, "Well, what do you do with them? Before it floods over?" Like, I guess we'll just run some fire tests on it. So they decided we're going to burn all these buildings down. And the people that sold their houses are like, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
We sold you our houses and now you're not just taking away what we had for decades.
We're going to burn it to the ground.
You're going to burn it down first and then we're going to flood it.
Yep.
And they took exception to this. But apparently they did learn a lot in doing it because they could control everything in the burn. Yeah. But yes, if somebody was like, yeah, we're going to have to kick you out. We're going to pay you for it. Oh, okay. And then you see as you're leaving, they're just pouring gas all over
on the floor. Your nice hardwood kitchens is that.
Oh, that was where my grandma made her muff. Oh, no, it's gone.
It's burned down on the ground.
Do you see these stairs? My grandfather built them with his strong hand, and you're setting them on fire.
It's good
Okay.
kindling.
Okay.
Yes, I see this cross out back. We can use that to start a fire.
That's where we buried the dog.
Oh my God.
No.
Not Roger.
Anyways, so that is all the questions. I know we had a couple others, but I want to get at least one from everybody that was on there for what time we had. We don't want to go too long. So any other questions we'll try to maybe cover next time. Oh, God, I drink a lot. So
what did you drink?
Oh, I didn't even finish this one. No, maybe.
Well, it melted.
It melted a little bit.
Your water melted.
I had 2 beer and then John's thing.
Yes, I was going to say. So in regards to that, John, you made a mixed drink again.
Yeah, Pim's Cup.
Pim's Cup.
Oh, Pim's Cup.
Yeah.
The Whiz.
I've never heard of that. What is a Pim's Cup?
It uses Pims.
It does.
Okay.
And you put it in a cup.
Yep. Or a glass.
Okay. Can you provide a little extra context? Because that actually concerns me more about what I put in my body.
So Pims is a type of liquor, and then we added lemon soda.
What kind of liquor is it?
Good liquor.
Good liquor. Okay, it's just Pims.
English.
There's whiskey, rum, and
It's
Pims.
English.
He stole
It's
it from
English.
a
That doesn't help
homeless
me
man.
anymore, but sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Kyle, what did you bring?
I brought cider.
You brought the hazy
I
blueberry.
brought also a Mai Tai, pre-mixed Mai Tai, which was kind of awful.
What was it compared to? An alcoholic.
No, it was like an alcoholic pineapple dum dum.
The dum dum. It was surprisingly accurate on it. I didn't. I had a couple in the fridge that were from before, but I don't think anybody had it here. But John also did bring the Fulton Thunder God stout with maple syrup and vanilla and cacao nibs.
syrup.
Yep.
So
What's
it's not bad. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it is pretty nice for a stout.
A nib is a little.
Yeah, it's just like a little small. It's a nib.
You drank the nibs.
It's a nib of cacao. That's
You nibbed it.
You also brought a s'more.
Yeah,
let me
the
grab it.
ooey gooey.
Oh,
You grabbed the ooey gooey s'more pastry stout from Portage Brewing Company and the La Crispy Mexican style lager from Modest Brewing. That actually, like, I didn't like it at first, but the more I drank, the more I liked it.
Gross on you.
Yeah, that actually was a very. Oh, you're gonna have one?
And then Michael
There we go.
brought something with really ugly art, but it tastes good.
I got super squishy,
Yep.
which is a blackberry, raspberry, coconut sour ale. And I also
It
got.
confused Kyle's taste
It
buds.
did confuse
yeah.
Kyle. It's fine. He's
It's like
loud.
a crayon, kind of.
And it tasted good. I thought I liked it. And then I got Honey's, peanut butter and honey golden ale, and we drank that.
Okay, that's
All right,
not
I'm
didn't
done.
really quite work
Sandwich
with that.
versus
So, anyways, yeah, so we are done for today. So thank you for hanging out. We will be back in a couple weeks for the next one. So, Michael, what was your final word?
Molasses.
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 I was
It's a boar covered in molasses.